Hey, Harry the Hillbilly here. Hey, did y'all hear about that 58-year-old guy married that 18-year-old girl? Oh, he had this problem. He gets so goddamn excited every time he go to make love. He'd pop his nuts before he ever got in there. Well, he didn't know what to do, so he called up the doc and he said, "Hey, doc, what am I going to do?" And the doc says, "Well," he says, "before you make love, you need to therapy yourself." He says, "What the hell you mean therapy myself?" He says, "Well," he says, "before you make love, you're going to need to jack off." He goes, "Jack off?" Doc says, "Well, yeah, everybody knows that you last a little longer the second go around." He thought, "Well, I'll try anything." He says, "Shit, I really want to please her." So next day he's at work. His little bride called him up. She says, "Hey, you come home and make love to me." Boy, he got all excited, runs out in his pickup truck, starts heading for home. He gets about halfway there and it's like, "Shit, I got to therapy myself. How am I going to do this?" He thought about it a minute and he thought, "You know what, I'm just going to pull off the side of the road and I'm going to climb underneath my truck. I'm going to act like I'm working on the rear axle." So he pulls over, he slides underneath the rear there and he gets his old Peter out and starts to flogging on her, and hell, he wanted to fantasize about his little bride at home, so he closed his eyes. Well, he got just about down to them short strokes and somebody kicked his foot. Hell, he didn't want to lose the fantasy now, so he kept his eyes closed. He says, "Yeah, what do you need?" Guy said, "Sir, I'm with the police department. Do you mind telling me just what the fuck you're doing?" He says, "Well, yeah," he says, "I'm fixing the rear axle." The old cop was quiet for a minute, and then he said, "Well, feller," he said, you might try adjusting your brakes while you're down there, 'cause your truck rolled away about 10 minutes ago."